this video, we are going to discuss some basic concepts about three-dimensional geometry. All of us have been studying two-dimensional geometry from very beginning of our 9th class. In two-dimensional geometry, all of us know that we have to use two axes called x-axis and y-axis. Both of these axes are perpendicular to each other, and these two axes intersect at one point called O, that is origin, and the coordinates of origin are 0, 0. We also know that the plane generated by x-axis and y-axis is known as Cartesian plane, and this Cartesian plane is divided by the two axes into four parts, and these parts are called first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrants. Now here we have to discuss three-dimensional geometry, and in order to discuss three-dimensional geometry I will have to take one more axis called z-axis, and this z-axis will be taken along with x-axis and y-axis in such a way that all the three axes, means x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, are perpendicular to each other. These three axes intersect at one point called origin, and the coordinates of origin are 0, 0, 0 and obviously inside the round bracket. These three axes are perpendicular, I told you, and these three axes generate a space which is called three-dimensional space, and the study of this three-dimensional space is known as three-dimensional geometry. Now in three-dimensional geometry, if I consider a point, then the coordinates of that point are of the form x, y, z inside the round bracket. Now what is x here? X means displacement of the point from origin measured along the x-axis. In the same way, y, what is the meaning of y? Y means displacement of the point from origin measured along y-axis. And in the same way, we can tell that what is the meaning of z. So z is the displacement of point from origin measured along the z-axis. Now students, we will discuss some facts about three-dimensional geometry one by one. Point number 1. If you take the x-axis of three-dimensional space, then for every point of x-axis, y value and z value are always 0. It means if you want to write down the coordinates of a point on x-axis, then the format of that coordinate will be x, 0, 0 inside the round bracket. Now point number 2, if you take a point on y-axis, then the format of that point will be 0, y, 0. It means on y-axis the x value is always 0 and z value is always 0. Now the third point, if I take a point on z-axis, then what will happen? On z-axis the x value is definitely 0 and y value is definitely 0. So the format of coordinates of a point on z-axis are always of the form 0, 0, z inside the round bracket. Now point number 4, if we talk about xy plane. Now what is xy plane? Xy is a plane generated by x-axis and y-axis. It means the plane generated by x-axis and y-axis is called xy plane. And on xy plane, the z value is always 0. So if you are taking a point in xy plane, then the format of the coordinates of that point will be x, y, 0. Next point number 5. If we talk about yz plane, what is yz plane? YZ plane is a plane generated by y-axis and z-axis, and for that plane the value of x will be 0 in every case. So the format of the coordinate of points on YZ plane is 0, y, z. Now point number 6, if we take ZX plane, on ZX plane the format of the point will be x, 0, z. It means the value of y will be 0. So remember, on ZX plane the value of y is always 0. Now students, if we draw xy plane, yz plane and zx plane with different colors in three-dimensional space, then what we will get? We will find that the whole 3D space has been divided into 8 portions or 8 parts, and these 8 portions are known as octants of three-dimensional space. Octant number 1 includes positive direction of x-axis, positive direction of y-axis, and positive direction of z-axis. And if we want to understand the octant number for other portions and what is the sign convention in those octants, then this animation can help us. Let us see this animation. In this animation, we can understand the octant number and the sign convention. Watch it. Okay, I hope that you have understood the octant number and the sign convention in the different octants. Now students, we are going to see some formulas based on three-dimensional geometry. Our formula number 1 is distance formula. Suppose it is a line segment. Coordinates of these points are x1, y1, z1, and coordinates of these points are x2, y2, z2, and we want to find out the distance between these 2 points, or you can say we want to find out the length of this line segment. Then the distance formula is d is equal to square root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square plus z2 minus z1 whole square. This formula is very similar to the distance formula which we have studied in two-dimensional geometry. Now formula number 2 is section formula. Section formula. Suppose it is a line segment. x1, y1, z1 are the coordinates of this point. x2, y2, z2 are the coordinates of this point, and there is a point whose coordinates are x, y, z, and what does this point do? This point divides this line segment in m1 ratio m2. It means ratio of this portion and ratio of this portion is m1 ratio m2. Then according to section formula, x, y, z is equal to m1 x2 plus m2 x1 upon m1 plus m2, comma m1 y2 plus m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2, comma m1 z2 plus m2 z1 upon m1 plus m2. This formula is similar to the section formula which you studied in two-dimensional geometry. There is only one change in it, that in two-dimensional geometry we don't take this part, but in three-dimensional geometry we have to take the z part also along with the x part and y part. Now one more thing, if the division is external, actually in this figure I have shown you the internal division because the dividing point x, y, z is lying inside the line segment. Suppose I carry this point outside this line segment somewhere here. Okay, if I take this, if I take the dividing point x, y, z outside of this line segment, suppose here, then we will say that division is external. And in case of external division, only one change you have to do. In this formula, you will replace all these plus signs by negative sign, then you will get the section formula for external division. Now our next formula is midpoint formula. Midpoint formula. Actually, midpoint formula is a particular case of section formula only, because if I say that this is midpoint, then in that case the ratio of this part and this part will become equal. Or you can say, if it is midpoint, then the ratio of this part and this part will be 1:1. So if I put the values of m1, m2 here as 1, 1, then I will obtain the midpoint formula. So midpoint formula can be remembered as, suppose this point is x1, y1, z1, and this point is x2, y2, z2. It is the midpoint and its coordinates are x, y, z. Then the midpoint formula becomes x, y, z is equal to x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2, and z1 plus z2 upon 2. Now our next formula is centroid formula. Formula number 4, centroid formula. Suppose it is a triangle. Its name is ABC. Let us consider its name ABC. M is the midpoint here, N is the midpoint here, and suppose R is the midpoint of AB. If I join AM, then we call it median. It is median AM, it is median BN, and it is median CR. Now it is the property of every triangle that all the three medians pass through same point, and that point is known as centroid. So basically, what is centroid of triangle? Centroid means the point of intersection of all three medians of a triangle. So this point is centroid, and let us denote it by G. Now suppose its coordinates are x1, y1 and z1. Its coordinates are x2, y2, z2, and its coordinates are x3, y3, z3. Let us say that the coordinates of centroid are x, y, z. So the formula of centroid will be x, y, z is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 upon 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 upon 3, and z1 plus z2 plus z3 upon 3. Now students, we have gone through the basic concepts of three-dimensional geometry. I hope that you enjoyed it. Now I have a suggestion for you. You should draw a demonstration model of three-dimensional space, and that model will really help you to understand many concepts regarding three-dimensional geometry. If you want to get help how to make demonstration model for 3D space, you can watch my video which I have made on that topic. Thank you very much.